a social climate where I was clearly another, a part of the buffer zone between black people in South Africa and white people in South Africa, as I'm a person of mixed colour, or otherwise called Cape Coloured, and one of the many groups in the time of apartheid. And in the sense, I learned a lot about discrimination and life, and how that works for the sort of, you know, to be on the wrong side and not to be part of the master race, and to be hated by two different sides of people, and trying to sort of like keep your cool. But people were really very funny a lot of the time, and walking down the streets was either very dangerous or it was either very funny, because there'd be a lot of jokes made and a lot of you know, dancing and games and stuff like that. So yeah, and I think what saved me was that I like to read, and I love drawing and art and drawing people, making fashion. But that did kind of set me apart as well from my own people. But I've been doing a lot of research on sustainability, but also, you know, sort of with my Amphi stuff, and trying to bring that into Amphi, and trying to get all the different facets and aspects of sustainable or a new world for fashion, for the fashion business, to get that to work within our system, because I really do believe we are there. We're training students to be, who are the future of, you know, who are the future, who will be making the future, and it's just our responsibility to teach, to help, and to teach that as well, because it's part of the way we should work to make things better. What Cradle to Cradle says is, go do good, don't do less bad, just do good, and go for the good, and do that in phased steps, and it also deals with the synthetic world, and it deals with the natural world. So it has, you know, it doesn't sort of close its eyes to all the synthetics and all the man-made stuff that we have out there. It says deal with it. You know, don't close your eyes, just deal with it and do good. That's why I think it's very important. Questioning. And this is what Brown God also says of Cradle to Cradle, and McDonald also, two of the founders of the Cradle to Cradle philosophy. And asking questions. If you ask questions, you don't accept the norm, don't accept things as they are, as they present themselves to you, and can question everything. Just question everything, and you will soon find out that you will be a disruptor. Other people will find you a disruptor. I wish, I sincerely wish, you know, and I think I've been very much, I think, a pleaser. I wanted to be a pleaser, and I've been a pleaser for a long time, and yeah, what can I say? I think at some point hormones get in the way, right? You know, our friendly female hormones, you know, which we have to please everybody. And then at a certain point, you know, at a certain point in a certain age, you lose some of those hormones, and so people tend to find you more disruptive and aggressive. Certainly as a female, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I just do what I can. The superficiality that, you know, fashion has always been sort of thought superficial, and I don't think it is superficial, not at all, not really. Sort of part of our basic human nature. But the industry gets carried away to wrong directions. That's what I really hate at the moment. And also that people get carried away and focus on the dream without and try to block out the nightmare part of the fashion system. And that's It really bothers me. Amazing, inspiring, and heartening. I'm so happy that Stuart is doing what Stuart is doing.